Hi everyone, this is Shirley from Shirley's World. Good morning. Good morning. Get this set up here. I'm just having my second cup of coffee, and which I promptly forgot in the other room, but that's all right. I just came on to say good morning and talk a little bit about simplifying. I have these little simplifying signs all over my house. Simplify. I have another one over there, another one in the other room. I think I have 3 of them. Because that just appeals to me, to simplify my life. I'm 73. I should be able to do that. And the problem is, I don't seem to be able to do that. The longer I live, the more cluttered my life seems to get. No, I don't go to work every day. I don't have to do things that I do. And I don't have to schedule so many things in my day. I think it's me that's making my life more complicated. I find if I could just not do much at all, and I don't think that's good for me either. So I try to, things come up. You have to make appointments. There's always those doctor appointments when you get older. I have animals, so there's things to do with the animals, and once in a while you have to make a vet appointment. You have to grocery shop and cook and all the normal things, but when you're 73, they seem to be more complicated. They seem to take up more time, and sometimes younger people don't understand what a person does all day when they're retired. I've often said I'm busy. I seem busier now than I was when I was working for 8 hours a day. I worked for 8 hours. Sometimes I would work 10-hour shifts, and I had kids at home, a husband. I would come home and make meals, and I don't know, maybe I just didn't think about it. I had more energy. That's probably the big criteria. I had more energy, and in my mind I was probably more organized. As you get older, I think your mind somehow becomes less organized. You have to work at it. You have to work at being organized. So I have to work at writing everything down that I want to do, and God forbid that anything should interrupt those plans, because it throws me off kilter, all off kilter. If in the morning I had my whole day planned, and then in the morning something happens that it throws your whole schedule off, and I don't seem to be able to bounce back, and things are just sort of run amok then. So I don't know if anybody else has that problem. I am probably the oldest person scoping on Periscope. I should open my scopes like that in my title. Maybe that would get somebody to actually be questionable about who is this lady, I'm often told I don't look 73, but many, many times I feel 73. Sometimes not, but however, when you get older, you don't look in the mirror as often as when you're young. And in my mind, I'm around 32 years old in my mind. In my mind, I always liked that age, 32. And I even stayed 32 for a few years. I liked it so much. But I don't know, then you get a glimpse of yourself in the mirror, or maybe you have a day you're not feeling so well and you feel your age. So that's always a bummer. So the ways to simplify your life. I know if I had less things, it would simplify my life more, because the more things you have, the more complicated your life becomes, because you have to arrange those things. You have to declutter all the time. You have to clean those things. You have to, even though I have a big house, but I still have rooms that are so cluttered that I need to get rid of things. So it's one of my plans on my eBay excursion, is getting rid of some of my things. There's things I have here that I'm not ready to get rid of. I have a lot of antiques, and nobody in my family seems to be interested, in getting antiques, like me giving them to them. My daughter certainly isn't, and I don't think my daughter-in-law wants any more stuff in her house. My son is very, very, what shall I say? He's not by any means a hoarder, but he's very sensitive and does not want to get rid of things that have meant something to him in his life. He probably has a little bit of me in him, I'm sure. But, so she doesn't really need anything else in her house. She has 2 very active little kids with millions of toys in their house. My grandchildren are 6 and 8, and they have I swear they have every toy meant, for their ages. And so much so you don't know what to ever get them as gifts. So I'm into getting magazine subscriptions for little kids, and for, I don't know. It's hard to buy for them because they have so much. But they do a huge amount of things with their kids too. They don't just let them, buy them things and let them off on their own to play. They do everything with their kids. Their kids have always gone to the library. She's testing different things like swimming and ice skating for their daughter, and golfing. The little girl even took a little golfing lesson with other kids, and they go to camp in the summer, just by the house, not overnight, and they do so much with the kids, but they still have a tremendous amount of things. So I feel I have a tremendous amount of things too, and I have to, that's one way I have to simplify my life. Another way is not make so much in a day, not schedule myself for so much. I don't know why I do that. Like next week, I already have a couple things scheduled, and by this weekend or Monday, I will have filled it in almost every single day. And I need to leave myself at least a day to just have quiet time at home, or just to crochet or do something that is stress-free and I just enjoy doing. Not that I don't enjoy my life, I do. I love my animals. And tomorrow I plan on having one of those stress-free days. I plan on going to the barn with my daughter and a friend of mine from the barn, and we're just going to, I'm not even going to ride, we're going to just play with the horses in the arena. Something I really like to do, groundwork, playing with them in the arena. And in the barn there's a mini horse that she lets us play, or do groundwork with her, with this little tiny mini. His name is Squirt. and I haven't worked with him at all, but the girl that is coming to the barn, Pam, she has worked with him, so we're going to be doing that. It will be fun. So I don't know if you all have any ideas of how to simplify your life, or how you simplify your life. You know, I watch Periscope, and everyone on Periscope is teaching things. It's a teaching, a way of teaching things. And they say you shouldn't be on Periscope for yourself, you should be on there for other people, and actually giving them, a lot of people name their scopes hints and tricks, or tricks and, you know, about Periscope and how to use it for your business. I don't have a business. I have a scope, I have a blog that I would like to promote. And I do have a teeny tiny business on eBay, but nothing that, you know, I can really talk about too much. I suppose I could show people how to put things on eBay, but it's so easy now. eBay has made it very easy to sell things on eBay. And of course, even easier to buy things on eBay. So I don't think that would do it. I have started to put together some nursing stories. Stories I remember about being working in the emergency room. I have some wonderful stories. And stories about back when I first became a nurse too, back in the olden days. I graduated from nursing school in 1963. And so I do plan on doing some of those, because I know there's a couple nurses on here that I talk to every day. And so I thought I'd just come and take my morning coffee with you. And now I'm going to run the vacuum sweeper, because I just noticed that some dog hair is collecting again. And then I have to do what I have to do to get things ready to list on eBay. Today is my day to get things ready to list. The little kids' clothes, you know, you have to wash and iron and make them very presentable, take pictures of them, and have them all ready to list. So, and I need to list some coins, because those are my money makers, my silver coins. And I've sold the last of them yesterday or the day before that I had listed, so I have to put a bunch more on, because I like to have at least 8 on during every week. So I will try to do that today. Other than that, I am not going anywhere. I'm staying home, and my only thing that I have to do is soak little Eggo's foot in Epsom salts. And that takes a total of maybe 20 minutes, so it's no big thing. So I'm going to close for this morning, and I hope to see you on, I do watch the scopes during the day a lot, so I'll see you later, and I'll be on later, and I don't know what I'll be talking about yet, but because I'm not that organized, but I'm going to close off for now, and I'll see you later. Bye.